Welcome to Campus Deep Dive. I'm your host, Intel McCoy, and I'm here with a new guest who will now introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Doracia. You can call me Ray. I would prefer that. Please don't call me my first name.
Ray.
Yes.
Ray.
Because everyone say it wrong.
Like Doracia.
Yeah. It's not that easy to some people.
Okay.
Just call me Ray.
Ray. Okay. So nice to meet you, Ray. Obviously never met this person in my life before, but I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this may be difficult depending on however you take it. But
Okay.
How was your day?
It was good. It was good.
Okay. You okay? You alright over there?
It was great.
What's happening?
I guess I'm kind of getting overwhelmed. Like I work, and I go to school full time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so much going on. I'm just very overwhelmed. I need a break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I do commend you for working
Yeah.
and going to school full time. So yeah, I mean, I work on campus, obviously, but this is I don't have to go that far to go to work. You probably have to drive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's probably
Every
harder.
day.
Probably harder, yeah, definitely. So yeah, once again, nice to meet you. But
Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, definitely. You just seem like an interesting character that I wanted to ask a couple questions. Starting off, of course, talking about characters. Around campus, you like to act a lot, even when we're not in the acting class. So where did that start from?
So it all started from, I just did it to make other people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also became something for me to keep myself sane, so others won't know me. I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable with someone knowing who I truly am, because people take advantage of that. I'd rather you just not know me and I continue to just blossom on my own.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. And I feel like, you may feel secluded in that thought, but I feel like that's a lot of people's way of thinking on this campus. Just maybe not acting, but just putting on like a mask of who they are for real. So yeah, that's interesting. So what do you think made you really start that? And I'm not saying it in the same sense as before, but I'm talking about like background wise.
Like acting itself.
Yeah.
When I was 12 years old, I got a whole story about this. When I first wanted to become an actor. My parents are very old, so they watch like ET News, ABC, they watch all of that. And we were all watching ET News, and I saw Beyonce on stage. And I knew, like, growing up, that's something that I want to be in lights. Like, I wanted to entertain the crowd, like the audience. I want to do that. And eventually, it led to me acting. I can sing a little. I'm not singing today. Sorry.
You gonna turn into American Idol?
Nah, cause I don't like how they do things there. I don't like how they do. I'm good. I wouldn't go to them. Nah, I wouldn't go to them. But that's where it all started. And ever since then, I've been acting back to back in high school for all 4 years. I was in drama club, so that's what I was known for.
Okay.
I did show choir. That's basically dancing and singing.
Right.
So I've been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's my home.
I understand that. And then, like, in order for you to turn it into like an actual part of your character is interesting as well. So behind that veil, are you okay with like talking about the deep-rooted way of how that started?
Yeah, I guess.
If you're not, of course we can skip that, but I guarantee you'll find out that more people is like you than you think.
Yeah. I was never, I never really got along with people. I don't know, it was just something about myself with people, it never clicked. I could try my hardest to even make sure I don't slip or mess up or make a mistake or anything, and then boom, like
Right.
no one's there.
Right.
So I don't know. I like being by myself. Very antisocial. I speak and I want to be around people when I want to.
Do you feel like you got a social battery?
Yes. Yes. Like, it goes away. If I'm around people for too long, I just shut down. I'm quiet.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, I have my moments like that as well. So yeah, you're not alone in that thought. But what made you who you are today? Like, outside of acting, what do you really feel like makes your character personality trait wise? So like, I would say list your top 5 if you can name some.
Top 5 things that made me the person I am today. For one, I'll say with me being adopted by my parents, it made me just look at life different in a sense. I look at life in 2 different ways. And I'm still healing from it, but it made me become very strong. I know, like, it made me become the person, if I got my mind set on something, I'm down for it. There's nothing that can take my mind off of it. I feel being entertained with theater, show choir, anything musical, made me the person I am today, because I'm able to express myself more deeply. It made me very have empathy for people.
Right. Okay.
I don't really have much to list, for real. Because I feel like I'm just getting started. Like, I'm still young, so like, I still got a few more things to know about myself.
That's good. That's good to think as well. Yeah. At least you're thinking in the perspective of you're not a know-it-all. You still have a lot more to learn.
Yeah, I'm still healing. I still got a lot to go. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect.
I understand that. So, I want to switch it over, to ask you a question about something. You tried to avoid it and dodge it, beforehand. And you laughing because you probably don't know where I'm going with this. But all right, so do you watch anime?
Yes.
Or
a little bit, not.
What's your top anime?
Okay. Let me try to think of the name of this little show, because it was neat. It was real neat. I can't think of the name of it. But in the story, the man or the boy or whatever, his hand becomes an alien. And it's eating certain
Parasite.
things. Yes, I love that. It's just so interesting. I love it.
Yeah, and then like, did this happen recently, or you just like kind of fell off of anime?
Last year I started and then I fell off.
Okay, I can understand that. Yeah, definitely. A lot of different things been happening around school.
Yeah, I've been busy. Like, my mind be everywhere else, and then when I work, I don't want to do nothing but go to bed. Like, I be tired. Not to mention I gotta come back, do schoolwork. Like, I'm tired.
I feel that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And the more and more focus I get on like my goals, the more I realize how much I really have to like appreciate where I am right now. Because I don't have to do as much as y'all. Like, the commuter students and like everybody that works on top of full time, I really do understand y'all pain. So I do want to give y'all credit for that, because I know that is a lot.
It is tough. It's I get so overwhelmed. I know I keep saying this, but like, people just don't understand. Like, my freshman year, I didn't work. I didn't realize that back then I had it better than now. Like, back then all I had to do was go to class, come back, you good. Now I have to go to class, see if I can get some food while I'm on the way to work, get off, have to do homework. By the time I'm done, nothing's open. So like, I don't have time for nothing now that I work.
That's cool though that you actually sit down and take the time to like complete your work though. I will say that. I'll give you credit for that as well. Because recently I just found out that I don't focus the same when I'm watching TV or like eating while doing homework. focusing on two things at once. It really don't work.
Sometimes I like to wait and not do it, but then I start thinking like, if you do it now, you ain't gotta worry about it later. That's what I think about everything.
Definitely.
So it stopped me from not doing it, and it don't get done, and then I'll be sitting there looking very ugly.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, for sure. And you know, with the school specifically, you know, you were talking about how you are full time and, you know, work. So has the school made it easy for you, or easier than it usually would be to like do those things?
No, they have not made it easier. I feel like this could just be me, but I feel like the school or people within the school, such as your professors or others, really don't take the time to really try to understand some students who are not like athletes, or like, we really have a lot going on. Some of us may have to work for our family. Some of us may have to work for us, because for me, I'm doing this all on my own. Like, all of this I'm doing on my own.
What do you mean by that, though? What are you saying?
No help at all. I'm working to provide for me, make sure my bills are paid. Like, I feel like they don't really get that. I guess they feel like some students don't do that, but I do. Like, no one's giving me any money to like pay off my loan or nothing. So like, I have to work this stuff off. No one gets that.
Yeah.
They'll think I'm making excuses this whole time. I'm not. I'm just.
Yeah, it's only certain things they let slide by. Yeah, definitely. I do see that a lot, I would be honest. So, yeah, that's crazy though. And not to bring it back around to you again, but you know, when you're saying you're alone, especially when dealing with the school, do you feel like there's some set community that you could join, or do you feel like there's community at the school?
Yeah, if I look into it, but the things that I look into don't really benefit me, like, if that makes sense. Like, they had drama club, I be in it, but I'm just now changing my major to theater, so like, everything is not the same as it was freshman year when I got here, so I have to look into it. Like, if something's out there, I'll take it, but nothing really benefits me. I'm not really out there type of person, very antisocial. I hardly like to talk every day.
So you feel like there should be more clubs or activities going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at least we found a solution in that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. So I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's not enough clubs at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. So besides that, like, you know, behold everything. But is there a reason, like, I was about to say psychologically, but I don't want to make you feel like you in a therapy session.
I see.
Yeah, it's more like, do you feel you need to put on this character because of pride or any other reason? Like, be honest.
I think I need to put it on because
you have this like underlying tone of being aggressive.
Oh yes, I feel like I have to be aggressive.
Why?
How else am I going to make it in life? Make it in general.
I feel like the last time I heard that was like watching that alpha male video on Instagram.
Well, I mean, but how else? Like, ain't nobody really gonna hear me if I'm like being feminine. Like, listen, like trying to. No, you gonna hear me when I start talking like this. Is when you gonna hear me. Like, how else? That's how I was raised.
I was about to say, where did that come from? Then? Like,
that's how I was raised. Yeah, my parents, they didn't too much go for crying. None of that. It was never, I'ma give you a hug. It was never that type. I knew she loved me, but it was never that. Like, all right, get up. What you crying for? Get up. Like,
okay.
And I put on this mask for two reasons. I don't want others to feel comfortable to the point where they feel like they know me. You don't. I could change tomorrow for real.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had it to, I wear a mask to protect myself from other
Right.
people. Because
Okay.
a lot of people have let me down, which is why I act the way I do now, which is part of why I'm aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for getting back around to the question after, you know, that was a good build up right there.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely, yeah. So there is a reason behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you could ever take this like veil off for anybody, or it's just there forever?
I think it's gonna be there forever.
Come on now, everybody can work on that. You just
I feel I could, but this is gonna keep me safe. This is all I know.
because it keep you safe. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable to get to know any new strategies to help me be better in life, because I feel it's gonna take me left again. So I'm gonna just stick to what I know.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can feel that
Yeah,
definitely.
I made it this far.
I feel you. Yeah, definitely. It's just at a certain point you gotta realize with certain ways of thinking, it leads to something you call stagnation, which is like your peak, your limit. You can only go this far when you allow certain things. So when you have that mindset to where nobody can know who you really are, that's what you'll set yourself up for. So if you do get to that point and somebody try to know you more, you already cut them off. Because they try to know more than they're supposed to,
They shouldn't.
right?
Correct.
But I'm saying, you're all by yourself. So if you continue with that same mindset, where do you think that will
It's
lead
gonna
you?
happen. Correct. I understand.
It just you gotta learn how to pick people apart. You gotta, like DMX said, trust a snake to bite you. You know what I'm saying? Trust a
I've
thief.
heard that before. Right.
Trust a thief to steal from you. Trust a liar to lie to you. But as long as you know what it is, then you can like combat that feeling of protecting yourself because you already know what's coming. So, yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. But besides that, is there a message you want to give the world before we close out?
Yes. No matter how hard life gets, continue to keep going. We all go through like different things. Lord knows we do, but just keep going. You almost there. Don't stop.
Right.
It only get bad when things start going good. Just keep going. That's why I gotta keep telling myself, don't choose demon time. Choose God. Thank you, God.
And that's a good way to end out. So, with that being said, there goes another episode of Campus Deep Dive, and I'll see you in another episode soon.
Bye.